Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day. I hope you guys are at home or at your college or DISA, staying safe and staying inside. Okay, this lecture, this recording is to cover our chapter 5, which is loops, repetition structure, which is also known as repetition structure. Alright, so as usual, I'm using Gaddis. So these slides are taken from Gaddis, so you can just use your reference book if you get lost anywhere throughout the recordings. Okay, so before you begin with loops, we need to understand the concept of increment operator. As loops involve repetitions, you will need to have increment operator to take what you call to keep to trace the looping. How many looping have you gone through? So this increment operator is just a simple summation of one variable. So it's an integer variable. So let's say you name it as val. So you can write as val plus plus, or which is equal to val plus 1. You can also use it as prefix. You put the operator, increment operator, as prefix or postfix. Both give the same value, but the way they are being calculated is different. For example, for this plus val means you add the value first, then only you input the value into the variable val. Val plus plus means you input the value variable val is used after it's been recorded, if we input into the memory address. So if you have val plus plus, you need to put it somewhere first before you can get the output. Okay, so let's look at the next slide. So you can also use decrement operator. So if you use val plus plus, you may want to start from zero repetition counting. So counting from 0 to some finite value like 5 if you want to loop 5 times, 0 to 4 actually if you want to loop 5 times, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then that's 5 times. And if you want to, you have a finite number and you want to count down instead of counting up. So you want to count down, you can use the decrement operator. So you use the val minus minus, which is equal to val minus 1. So again, you can use the prefix and the postfix style. So how it works is similar as what I mentioned earlier. So this is an example of increment and decrement operators. So let's look at this. Okay, so let's begin with int num. Okay, so I want to see out num. Okay, better put an end line there. End line. Oops, sorry. Okay. Then want to do see out. Sorry, you need both lines here. So first we need to put num as 0. So let's look at how it works. So there's an error. I forgot sorry, semicolon. Now we run. Oops. What happened there? Okay, this is what happened when you use num plus plus. Okay, let's try to use plus plus num. File. Right, You can see the difference. Okay, when you use plus plus num, the variable, the addition is being made first before it's being inserted to variable num. So when you see out num, you will get 1. But if you use num plus plus, okay, uh, it will print out the variable first, then only it will increment the value. Okay, so uh, let so let's try doing num plus plus. So see out num plus plus 9. Okay, so when you do num plus plus, remember that the addition comes after the num being stored, so the increment effects won't be seen. Okay, so let's just run this first. So you can see that, oh sorry, see 0. So you can see that it's still 0 1 1. Okay, still 0 1 1. Now we would expect something like 2. So in order to do that, you need something like this. You need to put the value into a variable so that it will be captured. So now the value num is actually being captured inside C. So the effect of adding it up. Okay, when you use num plus plus and you have the C out num plus plus, you read from the left to right. So C out, you'll find num first, so we'll print out num, then only we'll do the addition. Okay, so if you want to really know the value, what does num hold, you need to do something like this. Or let's see if we can just skip this. Let's see. Okay, remember programming is always about try and error. So if you think that if you think of something, just try it out, because your compiler will let you know whether it's right or not. I mean, you have this this luxury of trying out things out. Why not just try? Okay, so it ends up the same, okay, with or without putting into variable, but once you put num after this statement, you get the updated value. Alright, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so let's move to the next one. Okay, let's look at val minus minus, decrement operators. But before that, let's please take note on this statement. In prefix mode, the operator increments or decrements, then return the value of the variable. So increment or decrement comes first, then only it will return the value into the variable. In the postfix mode, the operator returns the value of the variable first, then only the increments or decrement happen. Okay, so I have shown you how this happens for increment operator. So this is for both prefix and postfix, for increment and decrement operator. So let's try 12 first. We put as increment operator. Right, so let's look. Right, so now you can see there, right, we use plus plus num first. So our num is 12, and then see out num, of course it will give you 12, and then plus plus num will give you 13 because it increment first and then it put into the variable, and then num plus plus will give you still 13 because it will print out the variable first before increment it. So if you want the value, you need to have another line there putting out the value of num. Okay, so then it will display the current value of num, the actual current value of num, which is 14. So now let's try the decrement operator. So the decrement operator, so when we do minus minus, so now you can see here, right? Okay, you have num equal to 14. Okay, when you print num, speak up, it become 14. Then minus minus num, so it decrement by 1. Then we got 13. Num minus minus, still 13. Then on the decrements become 12. Okay, so I hope this is clear for you how the increment and decrement operators work, and you can use them in the expression just like this: result equal to num1 plus 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 minus minus num2. This is legal and you can do that, but you cannot do something like this. You cannot combine them together and do the plus plus, cannot. Okay, you can also use them in the relational expression. If plus plus num is more than the limit, then what happened? Well, just to it's a pre and post operation that will cause different comparison. Okay, right. So in the next slide, we will be looking into introduction to loops. We have a few type of loops. We have logical control loop, counter control loops. So we will look into this in the next video.